Earlier this week, Bethesda announced the Fallout 76 2021 roadmap. This was followed shortly after with an AMA over on Reddit. Let's go over what we know and what was discussed. Starting with the roadmap, we learned that the spring update titled Locked and Loaded will bring us camp slots, special loadouts, and the much needed expansion of daily ops. This update is currently on the public test server, and if you have the game through the Bethesda launcher on PC, I encourage everyone to go test it out. With the spring release, we know that we will also get the ability to place display cases in our shelters. This is a feature I know all of us have been waiting for, and I am excited to see it coming now. We also get the next season scoreboard, which is titled Armor Ace Cold Steel. Summer will bring the next big update, which will give us the next chapter in the Brotherhood of Steel storyline, as well as legendary crafting, season's unlimited ranks, and the next season scoreboard entitled Escape from the 42nd Century. I know I'm excited for the Brotherhood of Steel storyline to continue, as are many of you. This update, entitled Steel Rain, will include new quests, locations, NPCs, and rewards. There is one thing of note here, though. We are told that our choices will change the wasteland. Now, I don't know what that means, but I hope that it means we have actual consequences based on our individual choices in the story. On to crafting. We know that this means we will be able to craft specific legendary items using legendary modules. This also includes power armor pieces. Now, this is something that I am very happy about. I am a person who uses power armor all the time, so this is very exciting for me. This season will also get the season unlimited ranks, which once you complete the board, you will continue to get rewards. More on that in the AMA section. Fall is the update we have the least amount of information about. It is titled Worlds Are Changing. This update is for the private servers and another expansion of daily ops. The AMA has more details on this, so we'll discuss this part of it shortly. Winter brings the last major update, titled Tales from the Stars. This update brings us 4-star legendaries, camp pets, new seasonal event called The Ritual, and the Invaders from Beyond public challenge, plus some daily ops surprises. It is unclear for now as to how we get 4-star legendaries. Whether that's through rewards or crafting remains to be seen. Pets! Can I just say how excited this makes me? I have been waiting for pets for a long time, and we are finally getting them. The Invaders from Beyond public challenge event sounds very cool. It says, face off against all new foes and earn stellar new rewards. Obviously, we don't know what any of that means right now, but I hope that it means we finally get the Zetans in-game as regular spawning enemies. I mean, they're already in the game files. They were intended to be used upon release of the game when Fallout 76 launched. However, for some reason, they were not made live, and the only Zetan we currently have in-game is the Flatwoods monster. No matter what, I'm sure this event is going to be fun. The last item of note is the new seasonal event called The Ritual, which will have us help the cultists in Point Pleasant prepare an exciting and dangerous ritual. On to the AMA, where Jeff Gardner, project lead, and Mark Tucker, design director for Fallout 76, answered some questions. There were 7 questions asked. I will only cover the ones that give us some actual information. Now, I'm just going to run through these questions and answers. I'm not going to speculate on anything that's going on as far as what the answers mean or anything like that. If you want me to go into further detail, comment below. I'll do what I can to help get that cleared up. Anyway, here are the... Can you give us any sort of information about expeditions? Mark replied, yes. We still have big plans for expeditions. We are as bummed as you are about them slipping out of this year's roadmap. We are still iterating on the design for the expeditions, so we will share more details when we get closer to releasing them. The big takeaway here is, yes, These will take you outside the current map. They are their own new feature, and we are committed and very excited to make. Does the update to private servers in the fall mean mod support? Jeff answered this question. We will have a lot more to talk about with this update in the near future. This will be a huge added benefit for our Fallout First members. To give a hint, think server settings. And this is just the beginning. We plan on continuing to build on this feature far into the future. Are new allies being worked on? Jeff also answered, we are working on new allies, no set ETA yet, but they are coming. Does legendary crafting on the roadmap mean the module system will apply to all weapons and armors now? Mark answered this question. Legendary crafting will share some similarities with the current module system and will open it up to all weapons and armor, including power armor. We will be introducing new types of components that feed into recipes. You will be able to roll 1, 2, and 3-star items for the type that you have selected. You can even re-roll a legendary item. Will Mischief Night be fixed this year? Jeff answered this one. The team is rethinking how we're approaching Halloween events, as we know how exciting they are to the fans and in service to Fallout lore. Unfortunately, Mischief Night caused many server issues, and we're looking to replace it with a new event, which we're aiming to have out this Halloween. Any plans for Vault 63? Mark answered, we are debuting Vault 96 in our Daily Op expansion in Update 26. In addition, we will be featuring that location as part of the Steel Rain release in Update 28. While on the topic of Vault 63, we are also planning to add Vault 63 into our Daily Ops rotation further down the road. Can you share any insight into how the upcoming pets are going to work? Mark also answered, we have some fun things in the works for pets. Over time, we want to provide a wide variety of different types of pets that you can customize and have both in your camp and your shelter. Initially, we will offer up different dogs, expand to cats, and then go further from there. Suggestions for other pet types are welcome. This next question was a bit long-winded, so I'll sum it up. Basically, it asked if there was any interesting development plans around PvP. Jeff answered this question. I believe the upcoming update to Worlds in Quarter 3, which is the fall update, will give players functionality you're asking for, as well as it will allow players to add some PvP elements along with the hardcore survival elements in their private worlds as well. Tales from the Stars shows invaders from beyond and a UFO in the sky. Does this imply the return of alien enemies such as the Zetans? Mark answered, we've been talking internally about something fun to do with the Zetans since before we launched the game, so we're excited to finally have a chance to do something with them. We are working on a new feature called the Public Challenges that will be similar to seasonal events but will be a global world challenge and encourage players to work together to succeed. We will showcase the Zetans in our first one and plan to add more in the future. Can you please add ceiling wallpapers, vertical half walls, and some additional roof pieces to camps? Mark replied, yes. This is on our radar, but it is further out. This will include more half floor variants and half horizontal wall variants. Can we get shelter styles that aren't vault themed? Mark also replied, yes, we are planning to add new shelter themes moving forward. Look for the next one in Update 28. Is there any chance we have new mods for weapons in the future? Mark replied, yes. As part of the Legendary Crafting update, we are planning to add new mods and make balancing improvements to some of the weaker, less used mods. Also, expect even more new mods with the release of 4-star legendaries in Update 32. Is there a particular reason why we've had so few character customization options released in the Atomic Shop so far? Jeff answered, honestly, yes. They have a largely negative effect on in-game performance, and they're hard to make. That said, I'd still like to add more in the future if we can solve the technical problems related to them. Can we expect a much-needed expansion to social features in the future? Jeff answered, social features are critical to the future of Fallout 76. It's still too early to discuss, but yes, we are adding some new functionality in the future. What is the goal with Seasons Unlimited Ranks? Jeff answered, it's a non-randomized, repeating track of things like lunchboxes, script, gold bullion, etc. What are the chances of allowing allies in shelters? Jeff answered, we're adding display cases in shelters in our next patch and our new mannequins as well. However, allies are very tricky, so they're on the back burner for now. The final question, are you planning any quality of life upgrades around legendary enemies and making their drops easier to recover after death? Mark replied, yes. This is the number one thing on my personal list. I don't even want to think about how many corpses with legendaries I've lost in the high grass. We are investigating different designs to solve this problem, so I can't give you a release time frame, but it can't come soon enough for me. So with all of that said, I'm very excited for this year in Fallout 76. Also, remember that sometimes what you see on the roadmap may not be everything that is coming this year. Bethesda always seems to make adjustments and give us surprises, so this is all tentative. Either way, this year will bring much more to the game, and I'm excited to see this happening. With Microsoft now in the mix, I think we will see a better fleshed out game. Anyway, that's all I have for now, so if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and that way you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.